Hi and welcome to this Photoshop tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to crop an image and to duplicate it, rotate it and reflect it with the aim of creating quite an abstract visual outcome. So I'm going to make this image into a square first. Using the crop tool and setting a ratio of 1:1, you'll find that you can draw a square around a section of your image. Then you can adjust the image placement to work out where you would like it to go. So I'm going to go for that, double clicking to confirm. Now I'm going to go to image and image size. Got my pixels per inch set to 300, and we've got to think a little bit about our outcome here, because we want to think about what size the final image is going to be. So we're going to have 4 versions of this picture. So if I set my image to 20 by 20 centimeters, then the final outcome is going to be 40 by 40. So you'll see what I mean as we go. So hitting OK, and then I'm going to create a new document. So File, New, setting resolution to 300, so it's the same as the previous document. Changing my measurements to centimeters, and I'm going to change this to 40 by 40. So that means that our image will fit quite nicely 4 times over. So it creates our square image. And just going back to our original document, grabbing the Move tool, clicking, dragging and dropping into our other document. So it fits quite nicely in that corner. So we're now going to use our Layers palette over here. Now if your Layers palette isn't visible on the right hand side, then clicking on Window and going down to Layers will also bring it up too. Okay, so we have our layers here. And I'm going to duplicate the layer just by dragging it down to the duplicate icon. I'm going to shrink that just so you can see. And you can drag it over into position. Now this is much more effective if we flip the image. So I'm going to go to Edit and Transform and Flip Horizontal. So you'll see you get quite a nice join taking place. Now there's a little white line down the middle there, but if we zoom in, you'll notice that that little white line is not actually there. So there's no need to worry, but it's just a marker Photoshop gives us to show us that there is a join there. So back to the Layers palette here, and I'm going to select both of these. So by selecting both, you can drag both of them down to the duplicate icon, so you end up with an extra 2 copies. And then you can again use your move arrow just to drag it down into the bottom position. Then go back to Edit and down to Transform and down to Flip Vertical. So there we go. So that's a very simple version of this. There are many things you can do with this. You could keep repeating this, so you could crop this down again, and then you could insert it into another document and continue repeating reflections. You can also use other tools, such as within the filters menu, you could go to blurring and distorting. So it's endless really, but this is quite a nice starting point for you to work with. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope your outcomes are great. Thanks.